Hello and welcome to the course on ethical hacking, also known as penetration testing for websites, web applications, and web APIs. Friends, I'm really excited to have you here. Whether you are just starting your journey into cybersecurity or looking to sharpen your skills, you are in the right place. Let's talk about the world we live in today. So the internet is everywhere. As you all know, that the internet is everywhere. It's become an essential part of our daily lives. So from shopping to socializing or banking to learning, everything is online. But as the internet has grown, so have cyber attacks. So you have probably seen news about websites being hacked, companies suffering data breaches, or APIs leaking sensitive information. Unfortunately, this is the reality of the digital age, and being a cybersecurity consultant, I come across them on a daily basis. Now let's understand why. So as web applications started to flourish, internet bandwidth got cheaper and faster. Social media changed how we connect. Businesses moved online and people started sharing more and more data than ever before. And when there is a data, there are hackers looking to exploit it. So this rise in the presence has brought along a rise in cyber threats, and that's where you come in. So we now need cybersecurity professionals more than ever before. People who not only know how to defend systems but also know how to think like an attacker. Because if you know how to break it, you know how to fix it. So in this course, we'll be learning through the lens of the OWASP project, the Open Worldwide Application Security Project, or also known as Open Web Application Security Project, OWASP. So OWASP is a well-respected community that works to improve the security of software, and it provides an open standard for secure coding practices. So in this course, we'll be covering 30 real world vulnerabilities, including those in the OWASP top 10, as well as some additional vulnerabilities. So these are the most critical security risks that web developers and security engineers face today. So once you complete this course, you will have the confidence to access and protect websites, protect web applications, and protect the web APIs. So protecting against the most common cyber threats, I would say. So what exactly are we going to learn? So let's break it down. So first, we'll set up our lab environment so we can test everything legally and safely. Then we'll dive into the OWASP top 10. So going through each category one by one. So here is a glimpse of what I'm going to cover. So we'll be starting out with SQL injection, also known as SQL injection, JSON injection, and OS command injection. So then we'll cover broken authentication and session management. Um, we'll talk about cookie manipulation, username enumeration, brute force attacks, and we'll also go deep into cross-site scripting, reflected cross-site scripting attack, stored cross-site scripting, and continue with insecure indirect object references, also known as IDOR, file and URL tokens. We'll talk about security misconfigurations, and in this we'll talk about directory browsing, XML external entity attacks, We'll talk about user agent manipulation, and then we'll dive into sensitive data exposure. So, in sensitive data exposure, where we'll take a look at the comments, hidden pages, web storage, and moving on, we'll explore missing functional level access control, including rollback access control vulnerabilities. So, in the cross-site request forgery section, we'll look at the JavaScript based cross-site request forgery, token entropy, and we'll also explore CVSS. So, CVSS, also known as the Common Vulnerability Scoring System, CVSS, how to use it, how to read the scores, and find official patches, and finally we'll end with the unvalidated redirects, URL forwards, token based URLs, and at the end of each session, we'll talk about how to implement defenses and mitigations, so you not only know how to attack but also know on how to protect. So important note here: all the demonstrations will be done in a legal, controlled lab environment. Practicing these techniques on public websites is strictly illegal. This course is strictly for ethical hacking and penetration testing purposes only. So please do not use any of these techniques for malicious or unethical activity. This course is designed for beginners in cybersecurity. So don't worry if you are just getting started, we have got you covered. And once you complete this course, you will receive a course completion certificate to validate your learning. All right, so let's get started and dive into the world of ethical hacking and penetration testing for websites, web applications, and web APIs. So, see you in the class. Thank you.